What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
Kind of funny, because it goes back to when he did the same thing for Shion. Except... oh yeah, he actually got angry at her too. Like, that was kind of just a nice little nod to that.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renan like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me. I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you a million times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, you two.
No problem. We'll save Shion. I know we will. Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah! What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh, it's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodea?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Well, yeah, but still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
So, an amazing thing happened back around the time that Almadria showed up. And I kind of joked about it at the time, where I was like, yeah, I would ship Law and Rinwell. But have you guys noticed that, like, the further along the game has progressed since that moment where Law stopped Rinwell from trying to kill Almadria? They've done more of these little moments between the two of them in these little cutscenes and stuff, and while it doesn't have the what's the right word for this, like with Shion and Alphen, there was a very Twitter-pated sense to it. I'm stealing the word from Bambi. Like, it was very obvious that early on that he was affecting her in a you know, more than casual friends way, and she was fighting against it. And then the longer they were together, the more he started to realize how much he cared for her. And it just progressed in this very beautiful, very natural way, right? And it was, I loved it. With Rinwell and Law, they're doing this other angle where it's like it feels younger, which is great because they are younger characters. It's almost what I would call like early high school, teenage romance kind of thing, where you kind of start crushing on somebody and you kind of tease them and stuff because of it, and you don't realize that you care for them that way, but then like one day you're like, you know, I actually care about you a lot. You want to go get a hot dog together? And then they're like, oh, hot dogs are so gross, we could get a smoothie. And then the boy's like, I don't know what a smoothie is, but like, let's do it. It's kind of how the Ridwell and Law feel to me right now. Like, they're in that state where they're starting to have like this crush on each other that they don't realize that they have. They're not, it's Shion and Alphen felt more romantic as the story progressed. Like, it never felt flirty, it always felt like this deep sentiment of romance, right? But Law and Rinwell feel more, like I said, more like teenage love, you know, like I kind of dig you kind of dig me, like, yeah, you're kind of okay. You want to go to prom? I guess we could go to prom. Like, that's how it feels to me. I just wasted my entire food buff, but I don't care, it's funny.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options. Let's grit our teeth and go. Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though, there are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almeidrea. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear, right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though, not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renan trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
What the hell? Poor Dohalim. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. Dohalim and Kisara really need some more development, but Rinwell and Law are great, and obviously Alphen and Shion are too.
What is this place?
Careful, we've got company!
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees is a talking meal!
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
I'll be saving this
Go
one!
in!
Photon blast!
Aim for the weak spot!
This one's mine!
Arcane flight! Lightning orb!
Try harder! My turn! Rising
Thunder
Wyvern!
shield!
Take this! It's
Raging
over!
cascade!
This one's mine!
Dance in the wind!
I feel like I'm getting pecked by a giant chicken. This is not my favorite fight right now.
My head's spinning just watching you!
Lightning condense!
Nothing will hold me
Thunder
back.
blade!
Piercing roar!
Rising Wyvern! Lewis!
Look sharp! Hurricane flight! This one's mine!
It's this!
Heal!
Wind astral energy! Light astral
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out then.
And miss all the sun. No way.
Lightning
Appreciate
condense!
the
Thunder blade!
Much obliged.
You may be strong, but I'll never back
Its
down!
wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
Whoa.
From beyond, imbued such tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Wow.
Shield and face!
Imbue this
Sometimes the best
Okay, so much for the chicken
Swallow
theory.
too.
this vanquished
Lightning condense! Thunder blade!
I'm ready to
Not
go!
done yet!
Regeneration! Regenerate!
I owe
Take
you one
this!
for that.
Rising
Piercing
Wyvern!
roar!
Shining supernova! Dance in the wind! Photon raging
Hurricane flight!
Rising Wyvern! It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Here I come!
Piercing roar!
Rising Wyvern!
Raging storm!
Regeneration! It's over!
Don't
You're
suffer in
on!
silence.
Thunder
This
field!
one's all mine!
Dance
You're
in the
finished!
wind!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning dance in the wind!
It's over!
You're going down, Chicken Little.
You're finished!
This one's mine!
Take this!
The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Raging storm!
Shield and
Raging
hurricane
hurricane!
flight!
Poison? Can we just give this thing like 10 more powers?
The everlasting darkness. Negative
Take this!
Tempest swirl!
Resonate with the
Going in!
in.
Dance in the wind!
Shine.
Radiant light!
Force of regeneration.
Not on my watch!
Regenerate.
I owe you
No,
one
I
for
didn't
that.
do the word.
Another incantation ruined.
No! Don't leave me all alone here.
A charge like
Okay. Well,
that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Lightning orb!
Radiant light.
This one's mine!
Regeneration.
Try harder!
Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Glacial fire! Tiger blade!
Benediction
Tempest
light.
swirl! Whoa!
You're mine!
Hurricane
Rising Wyvern!
This one's
Try harder!
mine!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Wind astral energy!
Take this.
Now!
Meteor!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Beckons into everlasting
Hurricane flight!
negative.
Look sharp!
On your
Thunder blade!
This one's mine!
Photon blast!
Going in!
Lightning condense!
Radiant light.
Thunder
Force of
blade!
regeneration. Regenerate.
I owe you one! Strike! Rising Wyvern!
Tiger
On
blade!
your knees.
Hurricane
Light
You're
astral
mine!
energy!
Rising Wyvern! Soaring light spear!
With the earth.
You're mine!
Stockpile!
You're finished!
Hurricane flight!
chicken.
No limits!
Heal.
All right. Now how about this?
A banana! Let's go!
Rising Wyvern!
This one's mine.
Soaring light spear!
How do you like being? Come on. You have to hold
Tornado
on.
drive.
Aw, too shy to come up.
Damn chicken.
Here,
Imbue this
let me
vanquished
help.
soul.
I don't have much left.
Not done yet!
Their arts were interrupted. Guardian field.
Tornado drive.
Let me at him.
Here comes the laser beams.
Air thrust! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Mom.
Okay. I'm out of CP again, because I'm always out of CP in these fights.
From beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul.
Rising Wyvern! No escape!
Look sharp!
Soaring Light Spear! It's on!
Heal!
Take this!
I'm being interrupted.
I'm ready to go!
Shine!
Dance in the
Radiant
wind!
light!
Air
Force
the
of
bomb!
Shine!
You're
Radiant
mine!
light!
You'll pay for that!
Use
Now
its
you
weak
see what I
point to
can
take
do.
it down.
Here I come!
All together, everyone!
Mirage!
This one's
You
mine!
must be tired of healing me.
I'm merely doing what I can.
Glad you're on our side.
Tiger Blade! Hurricane
Mirage!
Blade!
Pressure!
This
You're
one's mine!
mine!
This guy's falling.
Almost isn't quite there yet.
I like your attitude. I'm right with you, Captain.
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Switch
Soaring Light
Dolphin!
Spear!
Hurricane Blade!
Mirage!
Look sharp!
Here I come!
Can you take it? Not so fast.
Look sharp!
Here I come!
Okay, let's get Renwell back up.
Hurricane Blade! Look sharp!
Unique. Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Mom.
I'm not done!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
It's changing
Light
tactics!
Spear!
Does it have an ace up its sleeve? Watch yourself. I sense
Okay, let's get Renwell back up. Wait, didn't I just say that?
incredible power.
Sometimes the best medicine is the
Look
toughest
sharp.
to swallow, too. Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Thunder field!
You're mine!
There's everybody dies.
Here goes!
Alright, let's that was awful. That was an awful
No rest
moment.
for the wicked. From beyond, imbue this
Lightning orb!
vanquished soul with light. Resuscitation. Shine. Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
All right.
Take care
Now,
of
where was I?
Poodle.
I couldn't make it in time.
It's over!
Tiger Blade!
Negative
Here I
gain.
come!
Hurricane Blade!
Mirage!
Look sharp!
On your knees. Air pressure. Imbue this vanquished soul with light. Resuscitation.
That's gonna smart.
It's on!
In.
Take this! It's
Raging
over!
storm!
This is some punishment.
What would I do without you? Hold on to your art.
Keep me alive first, actually.
Guard!
Here I come!
On guard!
Lightning orbs!
Look sharp!
Here
You're
goes!
finished!
Take that!
Now we'll get Dohaline back up.
One last raging
Here I come! Rising Wyvern!
Let's get you all
Soaring
ready.
Light!
Raging
Look
storm!
sharp!
Take this! You're finished!
Flawless flight!
I'm ready.
Dohaline!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Your goose is cooked.
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
Yep. I love Alpin's bright, shining personality. All that great optimism. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't hate that. Like he could be a little bit overly happy at times, overly cheerful. So this is actually like a nice change. I'm okay with it.